It's actually the day 2 of the advent of code. Welcome. Just setting up a few things and I'll be right here. And the last one. Wait. How am I supposed to? Okay, you know what? I don't understand how this works. I feel like I'm just going to. The worst is that I edited the name of the stream for Kick before. Well, I don't remember, so let's just keep it this way. Hello, hello. Let's put. Here we go. And yeah, let's get started, I suppose. Sounds good. So, hello everyone. This is. Well, you know who this is. Wait, actually, let me just. Maybe you don't, so I'm just going to put my webcam just in case. I just have like so little USB ports. That's like kind of horrible. But oh. Okay. Okay. Okay, here we go. Hello, how are you? So yeah, second day, second problem. Well, third and fourth problems actually. So this time for today, this is, well, you get inside and take the elevator to its only other stop, the gift shop. Oh, thank you for visiting the North Pole, gleefully exclaims an Riverside. You aren't sure who is allowed to visit the North Pole, but you know, you can access the lobby through here. And from there, you can access the rest of the North Pole base. As you make your way through the surprisingly extensive selection, one of the clerks recognizes you and asks for your help. As it turns out, one of the younger elves was playing on a gift shop computer, oh no, and managed to add a whole bunch of invalid products IDs to their gift shop database. Surely it will be no trouble for you to identify the invalid products IDs for them, right? Well, let's see if it is or not. I've even checked most of the product ID ranges already. They only have a few product ID ranges, your puzzle inputs. Oh. Okay, only a few that I need to check, got it. For example, this one. The ID ranges are wrapped here for legibility. In your input, they appear on a single long line. Yeah, okay. Oh. Wrapped. Okay. Yeah, so it's a single line. Okay, so basically we are supposed to separate that, to split that with commas, right? Yeah, the ranges are separated by commas. Each range gives its first ID and last ID separated by a dash. Okay, since the young elf was just doing silly patterns, you can find the invalid IDs by looking for any ID which is made only of some sequence of digits repeated twice. Okay, this is going to be a bit troublesome, I think. So 55 5 is repeated twice. 64, 64, 64 is repeated twice. 123 repeated twice. Would all be invalid IDs. None of the numbers have leading zeros. Okay, isn't an ID at all. 101 is a valid ID that you would ignore. Yeah, it makes sense. Our job is to find, yeah, because that would mean that every zero would be, repeated here. Well, I guess not. Well, anyway, your job is to find all of the invalid IDs that appear in the given ranges in the above example. So we have this 1122, then you have 99. What about so yeah, basically this one has a lot. Wait. So yeah, basically if it has two twos, then that's not a problem. The problem is really when it's making the whole thing, right? So that's why you don't have any invalid IDs that are 3 characters long. So basically you have to split them in half, and basically you have to find uh, it's supposed to be some kind of symmetry, right? But not symmetry, but identical. So you split in half, okay. There's no invalid IDs. 446, 446. Okay. The rest of the ranges contain no invalid IDs. Adding up all the invalid IDs in this example produces this number. What do you get if you add up all of the invalid IDs? Let's get the puzzle inputs and let's get started. Oh, this is actually surprisingly small. And the reason for that is because I think the person who did that didn't want to, well, exceed the integer limits and overflow. So yeah, let's just go there. And day 2. So let's actually take that, copy, and we have day 1, or day 2, I mean, def. So this is going to be input.text, and this is the code. Here we go. So a single line. I guess there's that too. Well, so we read the file. This is a string. Oh, wait, yeah, I can specify that. Well, input. Input is a function too, actually. Let's do that. Okay, so we have the line. Now we can parse, maybe? Okay. I feel like it's going to be very Python-esque. So we could split, right? Split. This exists. Yep. We have the maximum amount of splits if we want. Python. What a downgrade for from last stream. Good luck, I'll be lurking. Okay, I already saw this morning before work. Oh, okay. Is it complicated? Well, no, it seems correct. Yeah, I guess there are like very easy ways to quickly optimize it too. But maybe I shouldn't try to optimize it like the first one. The first one was kind of horrible. Um, so string input, let's, and yeah, basically I think it was like the middle of the day when, my day of work when the second day unlocked. So yeah, I couldn't really do that. So let's split with, wait, commas, I think. Yep, and then, okay, so that should return an array. So we have a pair, and then well, that's a list, pair list. Can I specify? I can't, wait, okay. For pair in pair lists. So for every, well, okay, yeah. Then we have the first code, I suppose, and the second. Um, so we have codes, let's say, split by, yeah, well, a lot of the unoptimized methods will make the program take over 3 seconds to execute, so quite important. Nah, it's not important because the thing that's important is the result, right? So I mean, that's fine. There's no performance issue, right? Well, there's no performance check. Anyway, yeah, you don't want to see the solution for the first day I made. So we have the two codes. Wait, well, range. Let's say this is the range. So then we have the start, that is 0, and the end, that is this. The question is the end included in? Yeah, it is included. It is included, so that's kind of very important. And yeah, yeah. So what we are going to do, I feel like just doing it like brute force actually, but okay. Let's start with the start. So I guess we have the start. Okay. Um, Actually, current equals start, and basically every number that is made of an impair amount, well, an odd amount of digits is going to be a nup. Okay, it's going to be a nup. So how can we do that? Because basically we have two ways to compute the length of an integer. I guess we can do it with a string actually, because we are never going to. Oh, yeah, we don't really want to add the string. Well, I mean, not the string. We don't want to add the number, right? This is not something that we are going to um, like, do multiplications and operations with, right? This is just for comparisons. So actually we can totally use a string for that. And yeah, actually this is actually a string at first. So yeah, let's just do that. So if this is a string, then this is a string, and this is a string. And now, well, let's just do while start, because, well, let's say current equals start, right? And we have a while current, while the length of current modulo 2 equals 1. So as long as the length is odd, then we skip. Wait, I guess that would be an if. Like, I guess the real while is like while current is less than end, less or equal. Then we continue. But if this is odd, then we skip. So continue. And what else? Oh yeah, I guess this is. I guess they are strings actually. So this might not be good. Yeah, I guess we have like mathematical things also. Um, Actually, wait. Let me think a second. Yeah, because I was going to brute force it and optimize the brute force version, but But I don't think that's the solution, guys. I really don't think that's the solution. Wait, what if instead, let's say we have 1 to 100, okay? Then what we can do is we take the start, 1, and we copy it. And we check if this is, well, I mean, this is, well, we just check if this is inside this range, right? Then what we do is after 1, we take 2, and we copy it. And we check if this is inside the range. Then we take 3, we copy, we check if this is inside. At one point we are going to reach 10, and then we copy it, and we check if this is inside. And in this case, this is not inside, so we're just going to discard it. And yeah, that's just what it's going to be, I believe. So instead of, yeah, in this case, it makes sense we have integrals, actually. So let's just convert that. Equals int. Start, end, so current is equal to the start. And what we can do is, while current is less than, actually, let me think. Because yeah, we still need the length of the number in base 10, right? Because this is in base 10, this is important. Yeah, I guess this is fine. Yeah, I guess this is fine because we have a while, so we can always, like, check, basically. So this is fine. So while current is less than, so end, size of, wait. Yeah, I don't have the length of end. I mean, let's make a while true, because we all know that while trues are the real way to code, right? So now we have the current plus equal 1. This is perfect. Beautiful. Maybe not. And so yeah, if this is odd, we can multiply it. If this is even, we can multiply it too, right? So in all cases, this is fine. I don't have to check, really. So now what I should do is, actually I do need the length of the number. Wait, is there a function in Python already for that? Because I know how to do that, but yeah, of course I know how to do that, guys. Length of an int in base 10. So yeah, integer division. Okay, so basically there are no function already here. Oh, log 10. Oh wait, there is. Yeah, but it's like, it's taking a float, isn't it? Sum of digits of positive integer. Log 10. This is a float. Yeah, this is definitely a float. Because this is basically what we want, but this is not really optimized, is it? So you know what? Let's make our own function that is kind of alright. Integer length, let's say. So we have an integer. This is an int. And we have, so base 10, and it returns an integer, right? I'm typing everything I'm doing right now. This is insane. I really don't like Python, you can see that. Well, I mean, I don't mind, but I just type a lot. Like, this kind of typing, not like this kind. So let's say it's starting at, I guess this is the log, right? Yeah. So yeah, exactly. It is 1 actually. So now we have while log is less than integer, and we have maybe log do that, and then we return the log. The problem with that is it's going to go past the integer, and it could overflow basically. So another way is we divide. So we have the integer, and while integer is not 0, then basically you divide it by 10, and you increase log. I think that's it. I actually don't know if... Wait. Yeah, wait. I guess this is an integer division, so we need the double slashes in Python specifically. And yeah, I'm actually not sure if it starts at 0 or 1. I'm really so bad. So log of e is supposed to be... Well, actually, this is log... Well, yeah, exponential log of e is basically 1 because it cancels out. So that means if this is 10, this is 1. So that means it starts at 0. Yeah, I guess it starts at 0, right? I believe. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Like, this is the length of the number 2, so that makes sense. Yeah. And what now? So we have the length of an integer. What do we do? I guess we just call it on current, and current length. Let's call it like that. And then what we can do is if so this is current times current length times 10, because basically what we are doing is if current is 1, well, if this is 1, then we multiply it by its length, so this is times 1, and then by 10, so this is times 10, and this leads to 10. And the thing is, we are going to add this, well, yeah, let's add it actually. NB equals, so I guess current is actually the, yeah, this is fine. So current now plus what was it? Yeah, plus current. So yeah, this is going to be that plus 1. So this leads to 10 plus 1, so this leads to 11. So this is correctly, a number that's being repeated, right? Let's try that for, like, for example, 15. 15 times the length, so this is 2, times 10, plus 15. This is 15 times 2, 13. Wait, what? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess this is actually not what I want. I guess this is actually not what I want. Yeah, I guess this is a POW I was thinking about. So, like, more like something like that, right? And in this case, it will be like that times 100 plus 15, and it would be this basically, right? So yeah, let's actually. So wait, yeah, we complete the log, but what we want is actually the multiplier. So let's optimize that. Get built. Um, well, get um, let's call it sale, sale. Integer base 10. I don't know how to call it, but yeah, this is it. And basically what we are going to do is, if this is 6 as an input, then we return 10. If this is 54, 54, then we return 100. Okay? And the thing is, then we are going to, we just have to multiply 54 by 100 and add 54, and it's going to lead to this, which is a number being repeated, right? So this is basically what we want. So yeah, so this is going to start with, let's call it ret equals 1. Then we have while ret is less than integer. And yeah, in this case, this is what I was thinking about. And we don't really have to, yeah, let's not care. Let's not worry about overflows because, yeah, who cares? Okay, times 10. Ret. This is fine. Yeah, okay, if the result is actually the integer limit, then this is actually kind of tricky. Like, I hate this guy, but yeah. So let's do that. Let's do mult equals that. I mean, we don't actually have to compute it like every time, because it depends on the end. But yeah, okay, this is fine. So we have the number, which is basically just that current times mult plus current. And we check if the number is... Oh, actually in Python, I think you can do something crazy. I think you can do start, NB, and... Ooh. Wait, is it actually correct in Python? Python... Spaceship? Less than, more... Well, less than, less than. Unity side. Okay. I'm going to do it the normal. Well, no, let's try it this way. Let's try this way. So if this is correct, then what happens? I mean, this should never be equal, right? But this is fine. So if this is inside, then we have the result, let's say, which is 0. And I think we have to add the sum, right? If I add up all of the invalid IDs. So yeah, this is gonna be it. Oh, I actually forgot to check. Hey, hey. Okay. So what? Let me actually check something. My YouTube is not... Okay, okay, this is streaming on YouTube. Actually check something. Okay. Yeah, let's continue. So we have setting, we have all of that. If this is inside, then we add it to the results. So plus equal number. And actually, 2 seconds. Here we go. So we add it, then we current plus equal 1, makes sense. And at the end, when we go through every list, then we just print the result, right? And that should be it. That should be fine. I think this is it, right? I think this is all. What we can do is, instead of computing every time, we just have to check. Can we check actually? Yeah, I guess we can just keep like a counter. Well, I guess you have to code it at the start anyways, right? Mult. And then what is it? Can you actually... I guess you can't really... Oh yeah, never mind. You have the mult. And if it becomes higher than the mult... Well, no, if it becomes equal to the mult, actually. If current equal mult, then we just mult times 10. And I think this is it. So let's try that. Is it going to work? Yeah, of course it's not going to work. I don't know why it's doing that every time. Every single time. Ah, okay. Let's actually configure it then. Launch. Maybe with that. I mean, this is working, but no such file directory. Yep, because it is probably inside day 2, right? Sorry about that. Invalid literal for int with base 10. Uh-oh. Couldn't open file. So yeah, this is basically there, right? So yeah, this is actually we don't want, if we program things well, we actually don't want to do that. But this is fine. So invalid literal for int with base 10. So the reason for that is something I don't really know about. Let me just range. Okay, let's breakpoint and start. So we have results, we have pair list. Okay, we have pair list, this is it. This is fine. Then we continue. We have range. What is range? What the hell? Let's see our input. This, oh, okay, my bad. So yeah, this is for each pair that we split. Yeah, we split the pair. This makes sense. And no more errors. This is good. And this is taking a bit too long. I think there is an infinite loop. There is definitely an infinite loop. Okay, yeah. Let's try then. So we have the number, right? Yeah, I guess number should actually be... I guess we can initialize it to like start. And then we compute it every time. I guess we can actually even do a do while, but this doesn't exist in Python, so too bad. Let's just do a while number is less than end. Not the current number, but the, this number, because we check if this is less or equal to end. So yeah, let's actually put this. And let's start again. Oh, that was fast actually. Wait, what? Right, there is a problem. There is something wrong, probably. Let me... Wait, this is it? No, I refuse to believe this is it. 2. There is definitely a problem. Definitely a problem. So let's actually start debugging now. Because I think my cell integer base 10 might be wrong. This is just my intuition, but yeah. So number is... Well, let's start... Well, what is number? NB is 5252, so this is actually correct, kind of. String input, what's the first? This is 52 to 75. So this is actually good. 52, 52. Is it inside? And what is end? Wait. Let me actually check the thing. Yeah, it doesn't take these things, but okay. So 52, 52. Is it inside? No, it's not, right? Oh, but I guess 5 is inside. I guess 5 is inside. Oh, okay. I get it. I get it now. Yeah, 5 is inside. Yeah, okay, so this is actually a bit more tricky than I thought. So yeah, let's actually start with, well, I guess 0 isn't, you know, you know what I mean. So let's say number is, well, current, let's say current is actually 1. And we start at 1, okay, because 0 is not considered. So we start at 1. So duplicated current, let's call it, because this is more, you know, understandable, comprehensible. So it starts at 1 every time we check, and it does the thing. So let's try again. Yeah, this is actually taking a while. Is this an infinite loop? Oh no, what did I do? Current. Yeah, it looks like an infinite loop. So 1. Every time I add 1. Okay. Oh yeah, oh right. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, of course I can optimize it. Because I'm doing that for every number, right? Because every number is a pair, right? So yeah, I can actually optimize it and like sort the ranges. Let me actually check. So is it always going up? No, this one is less than this one, for example. Yeah. And do we have ranges that intersect? This is possible. But yeah, do we consider like multiple times? I actually don't. I'm actually not sure. And yeah, we can also optimize even more what we have here. So uh, plus 1. So wait. I guess we can actually stop the loop. Maybe this is not an infinite loop, but we can basically stop the loop when we have um, multiplier. I guess we do want the log actually. Or maybe not. No, never mind, because we duplicate anyways. So this is fine. we check for the duplicated number. So yes, the only problem is if it goes through the thing, like past the integer limit. But it should be fine, I hope. I hope. So yeah, let's actually try again. But this time let's put a breakpoint in the middle while it's running forever. Okay, 3, 2, 1, boom. So we have current, this is a lot. And then we have this one, okay, this is a lot. So I don't think there's actually an infinite loop, it's just really long right now because this is not optimized in the best way, I believe. Like 244, okay, it's at 244 right now. Like it's starting at 244, there. Let's put another breakpoint. No. Yeah, this is now another number. So yeah, this is actually good. This is just really slow. So yeah, I'm glad I at least started doing something a bit optimized. So 1, 2, 1, 2. I check. If this is higher, yeah, I'm already checking if this is higher though. Is it higher than the start? I guess it depends. For 5, 5, it's a bit like troublesome. Yeah, I guess I'll optimize this thing out. I hope that there is only one. Perhaps. Wait. Bunch of IDs to the gift shop database. Okay. ID ranges or yeah. I think it's talking about IDs, so it shouldn't intersect. I don't think it should intersect. So in that case, what we can do is try to sort that and do something like IDs equal an array. And I'm going to add, so basically it's a list, right? It's a list append. Yeah, we're going to append start and end. So this is actually a tuple, right? Then we are, let me actually think about it. I guess we can even do like some binary search if we want. Anyways, we have that. The first thing to do is to sort anyways. So let's sort. We have the IDs. Then we have, can I like make a custom sort? Yep. And then key reverse in place. If a key function is given, yeah, this is it. Key equal. So in Python, this is probably like O. Can I A, B? No. No. So A funk maybe? No, it's def. Oh, it's lambda, right? Yeah, it's lambda. So I have the lambda. Now I have to return some. Well, I can actually just like do something like this probably. A, B, I compare. And position only parameter separator not allowed. Position only. Okay, let's actually check how to make a lambda. Oh, this is oh, this is this, right? Yeah, this is it. Sublist parameters. Yeah. Okay, okay, this is it. This is the syntax in Python. So now that we have that, we have A and B. We are basically, it's a pair, right? So we have to check the pair, and this is a pair too. So we have to check if the first, can I check the first? Shit. Okay, I believe we can use like this. Okay, so now it should be sorted. Let's actually try to run and, you know, put a breakpoint. Missing one required positional argument to be. Is it? No, it's not. Well, let's say we have that. Key, lambda, and eta. Then we have this, nada. Sorted. What? Wait, this is actually only one. Oh. Oh, so, oh, this is actually only, this isn't like a comparison. This is just asking me to return. Oh, okay. Wait, this is actually weird. Wait, it works? No, it doesn't work. No, it doesn't work. Okay, so we have that. Now let's check if the IDs are sorted. And yes, they are. So as we can see, there are no collisions. And even if like there was at the extremities, that would be fine. Yeah, there are no collisions. That's great. So now at least we can like, you know, at least go through the normal way only one time, like to the end of the times. What's actually the bigger, the highest? Yeah, this is actually quite high. Yeah, I don't want to check like 40 times. I mean, I guess at least this is better than just restarting every time, right? So, okay, let's do the first easy solution first, okay? So we have the IDs. And then currents, we check all of that. So we have this, right? Let's put IDs index. So at first we check this one, okay? If this is, yeah, this is actually kind of tricky now that I think about it. Is it? 1155. No, wait, this is actually fine. So 1010. Then we go to 11. Yeah, this is actually fine because it's always increases. It's always increasing. Like, well, whether it's current or duplicated current, it's always going to increase, like bigger and bigger, higher and higher. So that means we can always just increase that ID too, and we can always just compare to the last one that is in range. So if actually, let's do while this is less than, well, less or, well, while this is higher than id is this. Then what we do is increase the index. And let's just be careful that the index, is still inside. Well, it is still valid, right? So yeah, actually we don't even need that anymore, this condition, right? We don't need this condition. The only thing we need... let me think. I mean, okay, let's do that, because it will be a bit complicated otherwise. So, IDs, as long as that. Let's check that first. Here. No, here. So as long as the index is, still valid, and that the current, well, duplicated current is higher than the last, then we increase. And then if it's not, then we are just going to return. So I guess there is a second return. Well, but I mean, yeah, we're going to check here anyways, so I mean, that's fine. Okay, let's just check for the, yeah. I feel like something might be wrong, but let's just start and let's just check and let's debug if it is. Supported between instances of... Wait, where? Oh, right. So yeah, this is the last one. I'm comparing to the last. If this is higher than the last, then we continue. This is fine. And we get this number. Do you think it's correct? This was actually quite fast. A lot of the unoptimized methods will make the program take over 3 seconds to execute. I guess this is at least faster than, what I had at first, so that's fine. Yeah, I don't need a binary search because this is sorted and this is all great, right? Like we're just increasing every time. Let me think a little. Yeah, I think, well, I guess this is fine. I mean, we already have, well, we have a second problem to solve afterwards, right? So maybe let's focus on that. Please. That's not the right answer. Your answer is too low. Yeah, I mean, I guess it was. Because we have what? Yeah, I mean, we have this kind of stuff, right? So if we add, then it should be like... Yeah, it should be like at least that, right? And the reason is because, okay, we are using the IDs, but we actually... The ifs here are start and end. And that's not what we want. That's not what we want. Yeah, this is totally not what we want, because I'm using basically a variable that was initialized before. This is old code, and we need to replace that. So this is actually end is well, I guess end is supposed to be oh, I guess in Python we can do -1 to take the last element, right? So we can do that, and then take the last. This is the real last. And as for the start, we have basically the index 0, and same here, we have 1. Now let's try. This should take a while, like a very long while. A very, very long while. So yeah, let me think about optimizations in the meantime. Duplicated number. Um, Melt. Wait, actually melt, is it... Wait, melt is not correct, right? No, melt is not correct. Wait. Melt is not correct because we start with the... Wait, actually it starts with the current, so that is good. I guess the debugger is maybe adding in like um, performance issues. Let's start without... Well, let's do it without the debugger. And how's day 2 treating you? Hey, welcome! It's slow. It's treating me slowly. Um, yeah, because I guess I'm doing that in Python too. So like I'm really, really like yeah, it's kind of slow. Um, uh, so yeah, basically I'm thinking I'm still at the first part of the second day, and I'm well first trying to find the correct number, and then I'll be trying to get like right now I'm thinking while it's running, I'm thinking about how to optimize it. I finished day 2 probably almost 2 hours ago. I started pretty early. Oh, I started like 1 hour ago, actually. Well, the whole stream I started it 1 hour ago. So yeah, basically I have, what I'm doing is I take the input, I split, I put it in like tuples in a list, and I sort the list. So the list is like, it's 20 elements long, so that's like not really um, long, right? That's like instant almost. So we sort it, and that allows us to only compare to the last element every time. As you can see there, ID ID's index is only increasing, and maybe I have some infinite loop problem because yeah, this is actually taking a very long while. I mean, it is supposed to take a long while, but you know, what about here? Okay, so this is hitting here, so this is good. What is... Wait, what is duplicated number? This is actually quite a lot. Um, Wait, what's that? Wait, this is bullshit. Wait, this is bullshit. Hello, Samia Samia Mai, Samia Mai. Hello. And yeah, this is actually bullshit because duplicated number is supposed to be duplicated. Because it's supposed to be current. Oh wait, actually this might be. Oh wait, no, never mind. Wait. This is actually kind of my bad. What is mult? Mult is 1. Wait, mult is never increasing? If current... Oh, this is so stupid. Yeah, because I'm starting at 1, and then I'm doing +1. So this is 2. And then I'm checking if this is... if current equal melt, but... but melt is 1. So this is so stupid. Oh no. Wait. So I guess melt is actually... If it starts at 1, then what I actually want to do is times 10. This is actually times 10 here. Okay, yeah. This should be a lot better and a lot faster, I hope. I will say, I was watching another guy who was looping through every number, and it took him about 2 minutes to get into the third range of numbers. My god. Should have been pretty frustrating. So yeah, I guess we have it. This was actually very fast. What about this one? Let's check if this is... Correct. Can you give me a bit of context? Yeah, sure. This just popped on my feed. So basically, we have something called, this is some kind of event. This is the advent of code. You can join it right now. This is free. This is like, you can do that freely. And this is a programming, this is not a competition. You could say these are programming puzzles, and you have to make algorithms to solve them. So we solved the first day yesterday, and today is the second day, and we have like some context about the problem. And now we have basically the problem, the question, and we have to, submit an answer, and we have to code stuff to, we have to, using this input, we have to code some stuff, some code in whatever language we want. I'm doing that in Python. Some people are doing that in C++, some in Java, some in C#, some in Minecraft, some in, maybe like your radio wave, or I don't know what you're using, but something like that, right? In BrainFuck, maybe. And Mr. Beat, are we still on part 1, or we moved to 2? Still part 1. I did mine in Java. It's like Codeforces, right? Actually, Codeforces, it's like Code Combat or something like that, but I actually haven't heard about Codeforces, so it's really probable. Competitive programming camp. This is actually, this is not a competition. So no, this is not a, this is not a competition. I guess that's the difference. This is just for fun, you can say. But yeah, you can say that this is probably the same. Let me show you that. This is actually kind of pretty nice problem set. I guess this is like LeetCode basically. So you have a lot of problems and you have to solve them. You have the input and you have the output. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah, this is the same thing, you could say. Yeah, let me actually keep it like on, somewhere, because this is kind of interesting. I see. So I guess if you know that, then that means you're a programmer, right? Or at least you know how to code. Maybe in school or something like that. And probably more relatable to LeetCode problems. Yeah. Yeah, a lot. Let me sign in. Oh, this is wrong. Sign in. Google? But yeah, anyways, we have the solution, right? So I guess we are going to type it. I just wanted to show LeetCodes too, because this is a nice place for problems. You have some free ones, you have some premium ones, sadly, but you also have basically, I guess this is if you pay though, you have problems that companies can put you, for like a test, basically, a technical test, a technical interview that they can ask you. So that's kind of great. And I would say something that is really great if you want to learn about algorithms and structures and that kind of stuff, and that I actually did myself, is that problems are organized in categories like array, string. Okay, you might know what this is, right? Math. Like, you might not think this is a lot, right? But if you look at all of that, there are actually some stuff that you might not know. For example, there is ruling hash, right? This is some kind of advanced hash technique that you can use with strings or that kind of stuff. And this is actually pretty, you have like one easy problem, but that's it. Everything else is medium or hard. And if you want to improve your algorithms and stuff, this is actually a pretty great way to discover new things, new problems and stuff. And at first you might not know how to solve it, but then you can, for example, look at some help or that kind of stuff, and then you understand, and then maybe you try to go to the next problem, that is in the same category to try to, use what you just saw. And this is actually a pretty good way to train, I would say. Things I found interesting was, I guess, the sliding window. You have bit manipulation is actually, it sounds pretty simple, but apparently you have some stuff that is pretty funny. Counting bits, maybe? Wait, is it? No, I don't remember. Maybe this is not. Yeah, this is not the one. This is about. There was a problem. Unifying is great. You have a problem that is really great. That is about counting if there are three elements in an array that have duplicated elements. It's called duplicated elements find 3 times. I guess this is contains duplicate 3 or single number 3. Well, yeah, I think this is the one. Actually, this is not the one. This is not the one. Yeah, no, this is the one. This is the one. Given an integer array num, in which exactly 2 elements appear only once, and all the other elements appear twice, find the 2 elements that appear only once. So I guess in this case, these are the 2 elements. You can return the answer in any order, and this is actually pretty awesome because it's using some bit operations. Well, it's basically using the XOR to get, like, as you can see, bit manipulation. And if you want to start with a more easy one, I guess you have these ones. Find the XOR. Okay. Yeah, I solved this one. So I think this was this one. Given a non-empty array of numbers. So yeah, there is only one element that appears once. So this is kind of easy. And you just XOR. And this is really great because elements that appear twice are going to cancel each other. Because if you XOR the same thing twice, then it's going to cancel itself. I use C++ and Java. Oh, I find LeetCode a bit hard, maybe because I'm a beginner. Yeah, it's supposed. Well, it is hard, but I guess that's why you have easy problems. So you might want to start with that. And there's actually something that's pretty amazing with LeetCode, is that there is a store, and you can redeem. And if you solve enough problems, then you can actually like buy a hat. Well, yeah, a cap, or like a shirt. And you can basically buy stuff just by programming and solving problems and just improving yourself and becoming better. That's like crazy. That's like so good. Like the concept is just so good. Well, I'm like really far from that, but not that far actually. Like I've actually not done like, yeah, I actually didn't do a lot of LeetCode and I still have like almost 100 points. So, this is pretty doable, I would say. Well, you have to do it a lot, but yeah. This is like gacha games, right? Probably more relatable to, yeah. And yeah, about that, if you want more points, you actually have to complete the daily check-in. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, that's simple. So yeah, this is actually like a gacha. Okay, this is actually like a gacha. Wait, this is... Okay. Um, earn premium, earn. So yeah, okay, you actually have a 30 day streak check-in. And yeah, you basically have daily challenges on LeetCode that are maybe there, somewhere. Go to mission, and they give you more coins. And these are like problems that everyone is having at once, like the same day. So it's kind of, nice. And you have like, yeah, this is just so good. Like, yeah, LeetCode is just really great. Like, if you don't know the solution to a problem, you can always, I guess you have like performance tests too, which is really great. and you have like solutions, and you have like some people that really, really like explain a lot. So that's like really good. Like you have the brute force solution one, you have the second solution with a hash table, we have the third solution, and you have the cat. We even have a cat. But yeah, I think it's AI generated. But yeah, this is really amazing. Okay, let's copy that. And let's go back to this and let's input that and submit. Hey, that's right. So yeah, Quinten, we at the second part now. The clock quickly discovers that there are still invalid IDs in the range in your list. Oh no! No! Maybe the young elf was doing over silly patterns as well. No! Now, an ID is invalid if it is made only of some sequence of digits repeated at least twice. What? So this... Oh So this, then this, then this. Okay, this is fine, and this. Yeah, okay, this is actually fine. Is it? No, it's not. Let me think. 7 times. So, oh, still, okay. So this is the same as the first one, right? What about this one? This is 1, 2, 3 repeated. Okay, so it has to be like repeated. You can't have like another number. So that's fine. Uh, because yeah, we are going to generate a lot of new numbers. So yeah, this is actually not going to be in. Oh, oh, yeah, this is actually the same problem, but instead of doing it one time, we do it multiple times. Oh, but we have to check if, like, for example, yeah, this is a bit tricky actually. Is it? Three times? Yeah, this is tricky. I'm basically thinking about um, like, let me show you. Let's say we have we have this number, right? This number is both this and this, right? So that's why it's actually complex. That's why it's actually kind of difficult, because we don't want to count things twice. Like, we don't want to count number twice. So we might want to use a set for that, but I'm wondering if there is like another solution that is that doesn't require a hash map or a hash table, a hash set, or yeah, this kind of stuff, right? But yeah, a hash set would just do the job. Uh, Let me think. It's already 1 a.m. Oh no. I talked about LeetCode for too long. This is fine. So, what do you get if you add up all of the invalid IDs using the same new rules? It hasn't changed. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, for now, what we do is that. Um, I guess basically if we want to add multiple times, if we want to append multiple times the number, then it's going to be current times mult plus that, right? So this is actually quite simple. Let's maybe start with 2. So it has to be repeated. So like 2 times or 3, but like 1 time is basically not repeated, right? So at least twice, it's saying. So yeah, we have a loop that's starting at um uh let's put that here. Let's do I in range from 2 to maybe 10. I don't know. Actually, what would be uh I guess it depends on the final number, right? And it would be like the log. Basically, it's the log in base 10 of this thing that we have to look through. But instead of computing the log, we can just kind of do it directly here. Um, let me. Oh wait, I'm modifying actually the. Wait, let me copy that and here we go. So this is day 2. And the night. So this time, yeah, we have the loop. This time we have the loop. Like this. We could actually, just put that in a single function, but we all know, sometimes cleanliness doesn't matter. So we do that and we start at uh so yeah, we actually what? I mean, this function is basically useless. This is incredible how useless this is. Um, let's say let's actually. I guess we don't even have to put new variables. We can just put. Oh, actually, this is a plus, right? Yeah. Um, let's do a I equals 1 while well I equals 2 actually. Well, okay, I don't know. um, wait, let me think. 2. I guess I can bow. Hmm. Yeah, it's kind of simple actually, but I, I've, I don't want to add variables and I'm stuck because it requires adding variables. So we need 2 variables basically. One that is I because we want to use it here, and one that is testing if this is less than the end. Like, yeah, that 10, yeah, I guess this is I equals 2. Then we have something like I plus plus. Then we have while you can optimize that, but for simplicity, let's just pow. If that is less than this, then we continue. Even if this is Now, if this is equal, then we can't duplicate it, so it doesn't matter. And actually, this is half of the size of that we need. Because if this is wait, divide what? Wait. Let me think. Let me think. 2, 3. So we are trying to repeat, and the minimum is basically the length. So I guess that would be good, right? And okay, let's do it like that for now. Now we have 100. Wait, is it actually valid? So the first thing is 100 is the results. So is 100 less than 11, for example? Because 11 is counted. And the answer is no, it is not. So yeah, this is actually a problem. This is actually not good. So it actually starts at 1, because this is 10. Wait, yeah, okay, this is good. And 10, 11 is, yeah, 10 is not counted, and 11, 10, 10, 10. I mean, everything finishing by a 0 is, no, actually it can be counted. Like 10, 10. Well, but I guess this is not what we're talking about. Yeah, let's say we start with 10 IDs. That's a big number. If this is equal. Oh yeah, I mean, no, it doesn't. What? Wait. If this is equal, then what happens? What is that corresponding to? Then that gets its I. And for, you know what, let's just put it equal. It can't go wrong. It can't go wrong. I mean, in any case, this is the lattice is not like, you know, a power of 10. So in any case, this is, I don't have to worry about that. So we have that. And then I was saying we need to, well, we find out of that this is fine. And then we have this duplicated current. And depending on I, so we are going to have a for j in range I. So if I is 1, then we are going to loop 1 time. And this is going to be current first plus equal this. And every time multi is going to be, oh, actually, oh, because if we do that, basically we would want, you know, to like do a mult times 10, like something like that, right? Which is kind of bad, because then it would like break this. But what we can actually do is just, so this is equal to current, and what we do is multiply equal by mult and add the latest current. And let's actually check if this is good or not. Play 2, 2. Yeah, because I think this is basically it, right? This is not. Couldn't open. Yeah, a list object is not callable. What do you mean by that? Yeah, I know this is not. So I guess this is I. What? Wait, let's actually, yeah, let's actually do something fine. So we have content equals. Well, this is a string. Then we have content equal this. So I think this is fine, and then we can close the file, and then we can just call this. This is a lot like cleaner, a lot better, probably. I suppose the string is still valid. Yep. So in range. Oh right, because range is okay. This is a bit stupid. So we have um, pair. We have something like that. Start, and end. This is kind of stupid, but we can call it like that. And this is it. Wait, that's not supposed to be that easy, right? Okay, here we go. Maybe this is good actually, but this was a bit that was a bit too easy. So 1283772. Let me check what was. Yeah, let me check what was the first result. So this is the first result. So in any case, the results of the second problem should be higher than this, because this is using the same, and the second is containing the first. So yeah, the numbers of the first, the invalid numbers of the first. So yeah, that should be like that. It should be higher. And this is not higher, so there is definitely something wrong in the code. Okay, here we go. So duplicated current is 11. So this is actually working fine for now. Then we have 22. Yeah, this is actually pretty good. 1010. This is working for 1010. Okay. So then we finish. We have the correct one. Yeah, okay, it's breaking, but just this loop. So this is fine. Okay, if we check results should be what we had just before. This is the result of the first one. So the thing is, now the problem is with the second iteration. Let's first check if everything is valid. So we have I is 2. This is 100. 100 is less or equal to that. This is fine. I guess I is the problem, right? So that was there. Let's check. So first we have current. Current is 1. Okay. Now we have 1 times 1. No, 1 times 10 plus 1. And now we have that's times 10 plus 1. So this is, Yeah, 111. So this is actually correct. This is actually good. Absolutely no relation to real world problems, but fun by having a challenge and train problem solving. Yeah, yeah, totally. Yeah, I was just talking about lead code. I was just talking about lead code earlier, and about how amazing it was because of the different categories and how you could like learn about different things, different um, structures, that kind of stuff. It's like really great. It's like a puzzle game, right? Yeah, it's totally, well, we call that puzzles. So I mean, there's a reason for that. And yeah, I was saying the problem. Yeah, okay. This is actually wait, what? So wait, the result should be higher than. Wait, where is the result at the start? Yeah, so the result is actually higher. Yeah, this is higher than that. So this is actually maybe potentially good. Maybe we should try that. This is actually a lot. Yeah, this is maybe a bit too much actually. Let me think a bit. Well, actually, we already have. Oh, wait, we add. So if we add, then I guess this can go pretty fast. Um, yeah, and the problem is I haven't counted for this kind of stuff. So 1111 is actually part of two different things. It can be composed in multiple ways. So this is kind of bad. I mean, we could make a big giant array and with like false and true in like check, but I don't think we should do that. Yeah, I guess a set is the best, right? Because I mean, this number is big, but it's just like adding. So let's have some kind of set. Um, let's have a found. Let's have. Let's have. So if this is a, well, this is supposed to be a hash set. So if this is a hash set, then it should be O1 for comparison. Well, for searching an item, I mean, and then compare. Well, yeah, to search. Uh, so we have this, we have the comparison. And if this is correct, then we have found. Uh, if that, and found has, what was it? Oh, it's going to be Python-esque. Clear from keys, get. Oh, I guess this is a dictionary because there's a, wait, are there values? Oh yeah, there are values. Oh, because this is empty, right? If this is empty, this is considered to be a dictionary because this is for compatibility with previous versions of Python. So we can specify this is a set. And now we can check. Yeah, is subset, is superset. Yeah, this is about a set now. Update neon. Is there like a try add or? Because yeah, I guess for if it was a tree, a triad would be great. I guess in Python it's actually just a in. So I think it's duplicated number in found. Then if it is, well, not in found, okay, that's possible. Then we just set it. So duplicated number. Wait, something is wrong. Something is wrong because that would be like to set a map, right? But with a set, then I guess it's just add. Yeah, is there like It's returning none. It's returning none, so I guess this is it. Yeah, I guess this is it. And now, um, do with duplicates. Boom. And without, what do we have? I'm just checking if this is different. Shit. Add object has no, wait, dictionary? This is not a dictionary, this is a set. So, set? Oh wait, that was so fast, wait. Something is wrong. Yeah, this is actually less. But as you can see, this is still, yeah, this is less than that, right? But this is still higher than this, if we compare. Yep, so this should be the correct answer. Here we go. Answer, submit. Wait, is it actually the correct? Yeah, should be it. First try, first try. I did it first try. This one was first try. That's great. Yeah, and this is it. This was actually a lot easier than the first day. Well, not a lot easier, but the first day. The first day was really something for me. The first day was really something. But yeah, this is it, and we have 4 stars. And yeah, now, I mean, you thought this was the end, right? Because the next one is in 13 hours. But actually, I'm going to show you something. To everyone that is new to this channel, I guess whether it's YouTube or Twitch. Well, on Kick there are bots, so let's not talk about Kick. Um, but yeah, basically I'm making a game, and I'm kind of I finished the tutorial, and I'm um, trying to make some kind of prototype still. And the plan is to publish it on Steam in like April. Well, to publish a demo on Steam in April. So yeah, if you're interested, then please check out or follow for more, because I do a lot of programming streams too in general. Like I stream game jams, that kind of stuff. I give game design advice, and yeah, this is like the advertising moment. But yeah, there is something really interesting for you too, I think, that is like completely free, of course. It's like I do a lot of documents, and if you want, for example, to make games, and you want to learn some game design, for example, about puzzle games, then there are actually a lot of resources that I kind of gathered together and just put here with some kind of well, I guess a lot of it comes from, yeah, you have like different videos that are like the source for it, different, well, even Wikipedia things for like different concepts. And yeah, this can be actually pretty nice if you are into game development. And yeah, that's it. I do a lot of game dev basically. And yeah, other than that, what are we going to do? Maybe I'm not going to. Last time I ended up talking a lot about um, things, about whatever. Today, I guess maybe I'll say a bit more about the programming part of the things. So basically, my game is on Godot, and it's like a roguelike deck builder, as you can see. That's like kind of RPG because you have characters that's this one is gonna die, yeah. But basically, you have characters that can attack, as you can see. And I guess this is kind of the difference, and like you have the order that is important too. So yeah, this is it mostly. Um, Yeah, I mean, I guess I can show you like at least some kind of fight, how it plays, because it's a bit, you know, different. Like you have slimes, you have your character. You can use your cards, so like I deal damages. I'm going to put a shield on this one so it doesn't. Well, so it protects against the enemy, right? And yeah, you can also draw when you click on the deck, and you don't lose your cards compared to Slay the Spire, that kind of stuff. And let's shields because this one is going to deal damages when we attack it. So boom. Let's maybe give some an attack boost. Let's deal damages. Let's attack. And yeah, here we go, right? So yeah, let's try to do a lot of damages. So let's give +2 attack, so this is 5. And let's give +1 action for this turn. So this means this character can now attack 2 times, which is pretty great. So we're going to attack with this guy because actually it's not going to die. But yeah, now we attack again. And I'm actually afraid for like I actually don't know if I'm going to win because 18 is like so much. Yeah, wait, this is actually pretty. Yeah, let's put a lot of shields and let's deal damages. Let's attack. Let's draw 1 card. Finish. Um, shield. Shield. Attack. Draw. Am I going to win? If I attack right now, I just die. So I need the shields. I need the shields. Maybe I did it like I should have protected the slime. I can deal damages. 3 damages +2. Let's draw. Yeah, okay, I have a shield. So 10. Let's deal damages. Let's attack. Yeah, okay, this is I can't win this one. This is the end. But yeah, basically this is kind of the game, and I try to make it. You know, it's like a roguelike deck builder, you can say, but I try to think of it a lot as a puzzle game, as you can see. And because you have a lot of roguelike deck builders that are just, you know, like card games that you can just play and you win, like, and you're like too good and that kind of stuff, and you don't really think about it. And you like keep using the same strategy and you keep winning. But the thing is, I'm trying to make like some kind of puzzles, you could say, so that basically you have to, you know, think about how to beat the current enemy. And the strategy is going to change depending on the battles, depending on that kind of stuff, right? I try to be careful about that. That's why I was talking about documents I made earlier, and one of those is actually about TCGs. So I got some inspiration from, I guess Pokemon, you could say, Pokemon TCG, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering. There's the main ones. Like a few other ones like Hearthstone, for example. You have also Legend of Runeterra, right? League of Legends. And other than TCGs, you also have a document about roguelikes that includes roguelike deck builders here. Because this is a bit different, right? So roguelike deck builders are card games, but that take a lot of elements from roguelikes. So everything that applies to a roguelike is can actually apply to deck builder roguelikes. That makes sense. So yeah, just a lot of kind of theory, you could say. And it's pretty interesting overall. And right now, since I finished the tutorial, I was basically, for my game, trying to come up with some game design. So basically, it's the first dungeon, you could say, the first run, because it's a roguelike, as I said. And since it's a roguelike, then you have a run and you have multiple battles. And I was trying to find the different, cards that are like linked to this first area and the different effects and how I want the game to, you know, um, evolve in complexity and that kind of stuff. Yeah, if you have any question, feel free to ask too. I'll probably be trying to work a bit on it right now. So, I mean, I'm not going to talk as much maybe because this is like a lot, but basically what I was thinking about, and yeah, this is something I was thinking about and that I haven't really tested yet. So I actually want your thoughts about it. I actually want your opinion about it, and if you think it's a good idea. So I'm going to tell you my idea. As you saw, we have multiple characters and we have cards in the game. Let me run. So yeah, you have slime, character, right? And my idea was to add some kind of resources, like mana, basically, I would call it, that would be on characters instead. So, for example, if I put a shield on a character, then this puts 5 shields, right? And my idea was to do something similar, and basically each character has a different, different stats, right? And you have cards that could impact these characters, and that would cost potentially depending on what they have. Like for example, a card that costs 3 shields to be used, and that increase attack by 10, something like that. Pretty simple, right? But that means, that means the character you are putting your cards on actually matter a lot, knowing that each character also has potentially a unique effect, a unique kind of passive. And for example, for slimes, this is that when you attack, you draw 1 card. And yeah, that was my idea. And yeah, I'm actually going to start doing that probably. And yeah, so I was talking about mana, right? I'm actually going to code it right now. Let me just open the terminal to make sure that I have no modifications right now. I actually do have some. I think this is because I just exported the game. Yeah, I just exported the game. So, because something wasn't working, and yeah, okay, it was because one scene in specific wasn't working. Um, so it's a hotfix, and it's fixed player view 3D. Okay, and now we are going to add a new status. Well, basically the status is going to be mana. So right now we have the shields. So this is in JSON. And what we can do is just duplicate, add mana, boom. Description is current mana, and this is it for now. And we are also going to add an icon. So let's go on gameicons.net for that. So basically gameicons.net is a pretty good way to get free icons. And I'm going to search for mana. Mana. This is not mana. This is a Pokeball. Moon Orbit. What do you mean? This is a Pokeball. So yeah, ball icon. Let's try Orb instead. Orbit. Um, Frozen Orb. Orbital. Yeah, Frozen Orb is actually pretty great, I would say. We can keep that. Everything is temporary anyways for now. This is just for visualizing. This is just the prototype, right? So let's change gradients, plane. I think this is square. I think I had like rounded square and maybe put something like 100. So this is like, you know, better looking, right? Now let's have something a bit blue. No, this is the frame, so let's change. Huh. Oh, this is actually the foreground I want to change. So the foreground is supposed to be blue, bluish, because it's mana. What does mana looks like? Something like that, maybe, right? Yeah, I mean, I know it's ice, but let's say it's mana, okay? And now I'm just going to save it as a PNG. So here we go. Let's just add it to um, art status icons. So here we go. I'm just going to rename it shields. Shields, mana, my bad. Drag it and drop it. And now I'm just going to put mana here. And wait, is that mana actually? Yeah, this is mana, so let's rename the ID too. And it should be good. Defaults, we don't need defaults, this is just mana. This doesn't do anything by itself. And yeah, and we have a new effect. So the question is, how are we going to add that new effect now? Well, simply with a card. So for that, we can take, for example, Shield Boost. We can duplicate it. And we can give it, give mana. Give mana, okay. This is pretty straightforward. Give mana. Hold, give mana. +5 mana, let's say. Cost 3, okay. Target an ally character. One ally character. Required output there. Find status. So yeah, we try to find the status. The status we want to find is the mana. If it doesn't exist, it adds it basically because it's try add status. If there is already mana, then it just returns the status of the mana. And then the next effect is modify status. So we modify the stats. We modify the target, right? The status target, the target status. We modify the counter, and we add 5. So this is like +5 mana. So this should be good. And basically, we have our card already here, already made. This was pretty amazing. We just duplicated, and this is good. And now let's maybe try to go into a level. So let's try to go in test. Let me think a little. Because I have a lot of cards, but I don't really want to... Let me put test 2. Let me remove that. Let me actually just put that here. So we can just run the thing directly. We have give mana. Maybe multiple of those. And here we go. Let's go in the test scene. +5 mana, we have our card with the correct name, with the correct cost. And when I drag it and drop it, then we have 5 mana directly. This is so easy to add new things. Oh my god, I'm so happy with my system because it took so long to make it right, but in the end, like, this is like so fast. This is crazy. This is crazy, and we have like 5 mana right away. I still have to cut something for the costs, but yeah, this is like pretty awesome. This is like pretty good. This is pretty good. So we have mana. Um, and if we continue adding it, then, it just works, right? We can't give it to enemies. But yeah, and we don't have enough points, and the cost is free, so we can't use it anymore. This is perfect. This is perfect. Uh, so now that we have mana, what kind of spells do we want? What kind of spells do we actually want? This is actually a pretty good question. Let me just think a little bit. Yeah, I guess I was actually thinking about some stuff. I actually wrote some stuff already. As you can see, I already thought about things a little. So, plus mana to all allies, or meditation plus only to one target, or focus. And yeah, basically, magic is supposed to be better than already existing cards that don't cost mana. But only if you... Huh. 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 Yeah, let me actually think a bit more about it. So I guess you can have cards that consumes like all of the mana, for example, with a maximum. But then you have cards that require a specific amount of mana, so a cost. You have a cost or like something that can be used, that can be consumed. Well, yeah. So what is it going to be? Let's attack every 10 mana. Actually, this is already like I was talking about how I need to code something new to add the mana as a cost, but I can actually already do that. I think. I think I can already do that. Let's try to make this. We have sharpening, sharpening, um, uh, sharpening magic. Let's say. So this is sharpening magic. Let's do attack for 1 turn. This is good, but instead the cost is going to be 1, maybe. And and we have all of that. We have the cost is 1, I said. Player, target, change stat. And yeah, we have the mana too. So I guess actually I have to verify if this is like positive. So I can effect target. I guess I have to put a requirement. Oh yeah, but okay, yeah, it's already run actually. Yeah, I actually have some very advanced system. But anyways, so we have all of that. What about X effect? X, let's call it apply status. Well, more like uh, apply status. Well, modify attack. This is going to be the next effect of this one, and this one is going to be pay. Commas. So this is going to be pay mana. And the next effect of the targets is going to be pay mana. Because now that we have the specific target, the target being X targets, right? Now we can apply the status. And what we are going to do is actually let me check the. This is a bit wrong, I think. This is find status, modify status. So sharpening magic. Yeah, let's do that. Let's call it find mana. Then we have pay mana. We change the counter and we remove 5. Instead of adding 5, we remove 5. This is going to be the cost. And I mean, I guess this is it. Try add a status. Yeah, this wouldn't be a try add. This is like a find, right? And if this fails, then you shouldn't be able to select the targets. But this should be made in the code directly. This should be good in the code. So I shouldn't have to do anything about it. Okay. And yeah, the next is... What I do next is I modify the attack. And sharpening magic is +2 attack for 1 turn. Costs 5 mana. On top of the 1 action point. And I can try adding that card to the test. So like this. Let's run. Here we go. So let's... Actually, if I do that, I think it's going to crash or something, so let's not. Let's... I mean, if I do that. So let's just give some mana. And now let's try to consume it. Yeah, it crashed anyways. X targets. So let's find. Let's try to see why this doesn't work. So we have X character target. Oh yeah, this is because this is the wrong name. Because I just copied things and didn't really check it. So character target is in the magic, sharpening magic, there. And I haven't actually assigned it. I actually have to put it as an output here. Here we go. So now it should be good. We have the status target, which is good. And we have modifying the attack, which is great. X targets. Actually, this is character target. Here we go. Here we go. Now it should be good. Let's try plus mana. This is working. Boom. This removes the mana, and this is adding the attack. Wait, this is actually working? Wait, this is actually working? No. Wait, was this 2 originally? Yeah, this was 2. So it did work, like straight out of the box. Oh, this is so crazy. This is so crazy. This is so incredible. Like, my code is actually working pretty well. And this is amazing. Yeah, I guess what I want to do, though, is that I don't want my code to crash every time I write something wrong, right? This is kind of bad. So what I'm going to do is put some checks. Okay. Um, let's actually push what we have. So we just added give magic and sharpening magic. Yep. And the icons. Let's actually wait, let me. I guess I don't have GitHub opened right now. Let me open it right now really fast. Backlog, yeah. Here we go. Yeah, you do have to create new tasks, my bad. Let's say I'm add mana related cards, I suppose. So I'm going to be assigned. Milestone is going to be production 2, and this is it. And this is 112. This is the number of the tasks, the ticket. 112. So now I can commit 112. Give mana and sharpening magic cards added. And now I'm going to basically do the thing. I'm going to do the thing. So yeah, prevents crashes. So let's have relative context. Find key. Nope. Okay. This is not a get or add. Well, get. I guess this is a get. Yeah, this is a get. And this is going to be targets. And if we don't find, then this is going to be a null. And I guess this is a string. Wait, can strings be null? I guess it can. In GDScript? I don't really remember. You know what's the best way to know that is just by writing it. Yeah, can I just do that? Yeah, I can. Actually, cannot assign a value of type null to variable v with specified type string. Okay. So yeah, this is actually just going to be a variant because it could be a variable. Well, I mean, it is a variable, but it could be something else. Anyway, we have something. We have targets. Then we have if targets is string. Yeah. Or a string name, I suppose. Yeah, this is fine. If this is a string, then then I mean, I guess this is fine. No, this is not. Targets. Wait. So now I have 2 targets. This is kind of bad. Um, Targets value maybe. Hi. I should make a helper basically. I think. Anyways, yeah, I should make a helper for that. If this is a string, then we are going to have this. Boom, boom. Targets equal that. Targets equal that. And this is actually a get. And yeah, I said this was an array. Let's Huh, huh, huh. I guess we should make like a function in helpers to static function because I don't need a reference. I don't need an object for that. And this is going to be, I would say find from dictionary, but this is not really what I mean. Uh, find string, find characters. Maybe, yeah, maybe this is actually not in helpers. Wait. Where did I? Oh, here. Okay. So yeah, let's do find targets. So we have the what? Yeah, we have the context actually, and yeah, this returns an array of just an array, I suppose. And I like the get because this is like instant. Like I do the has basically directly in. But let's do targets equal that. If this is null, if targets equal null, then we have return an empty array and we have a push error, which is going to be what is this try add status? So what was it in Godot? Can I? Yeah, I can do that. So directly, I guess? No, this is for... I can't insert variables directly in Godot, right? So I guess this is going to be ID requires targets. Requires the argument targets. I guess I could abstract it again. But yeah, this is it. And then I guess we can return. We could have something like that. We could have... Oh. We can't push... Oh, ID. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Then we can have a find argument. So this is going to be the key, which is a string. I guess we need a string anyways, right? Wait, actually. No, never mind. So we have the key, which is actually a key, maybe a string name. We find the argument, which shouldn't be null, which should be valid. So we have targets, and now if targets is string, then argument parameter maybe. No. Yeah, I guess this is a find parameter. Find. Check. Let's call it like that. Then we have the context, which is a dictionary. But we already have a variable context, so let's call it context dictionary. Okay, and find argument is basically just going to return this. Checked. Checked because it pushes an error if this is not. Then we put the key. Wait, context dictionary. Um, so yeah, this is relative context. Context.relative context. And then the key is targets. Targets? Well, this is a key, my bad. Here the key is targets. Then we have the key is going to be put here. I guess this is kind of this is a static function that could be used like kind of anywhere, right? This is fine. And then we check if this is a string. I mean, yeah, I guess in this case it's because it's targets, right? But yeah, if this is a string, then we are going to check find parameter checked. We find the absolute context, and this is basically going to be targets that we are going to search for. ID. Oh shit. ID. Yeah, makes sense. Let's just do that. So this is find parameter checked. Find argument checked. Well, no, find parameter actually. Find argument checked. If this is a string, then yeah, everything's fine. And I guess that's it. And we just return. And if this is not, then what? Unsupported, I suppose. Like if this is an array, I guess this is valid, but yeah. Else push error. Yeah, let's do that. Well, ID plus plus I guess this is targets. Like I'm going to add a key. It's the string name targets. Yeah, this is fine. Let's return nothing if this is not found. So we have the key. Find argument checked. We find the argument. the key. Then we add the key like there. Requires, well, no, is not a string. Well, should be a string. Well, a variable name. Will reference a variable. Well, should be a string and reference a variable. So this should actually be find variable. Something like that. And yeah, it returns an array, but we're actually not sure if this is an array. So this is why it's actually not find targets. This is actually something called find what? Key find variable. Uh, find argument checked and load variable. Let me think a bit about it, because this returns an array. Wait, what? It's a bit crazy. Wait, it doesn't return an array. It returns an object, or a string in this case. Well, here it returns something that isn't null. Well, actually. Okay. I guess I don't even need that then. Find arguments checked. Okay. So then this is gets a variable. Gets variable value checked. We have the key. So we can remove it. And what we do is we find the argument. We check if this is a string. ID key should be a string and a reference to a variable. This is correct. And then when we find that this is a string, then we try to access it. Yeah. And that leads us to targets equal this. So yeah, this is actually, there are no targets at all here. So this is value requires the argument. I mean, I guess I could put like a, how do you do that again? %s maybe? Like do something like key? Too few arguments. Wait. Proto format string. Placeholders. So yeah, this is %s. So yeah, let's do that. %s requires the argument. So we have ID and we have key. Yeah, this is a bit more readable. I guess we could quit, but that's fine. find arguments checked. Okay. This is fine. We find targets. Targets is actually value. Or more like variable reference. Well, reference. No. Then we have find. Wait. Yeah, so this. So this is targets. We have targets. And we should check if this is an array. Then we return the value, basically. So targets. We just return targets. And if this is not, then we push an error and we just say that it is set s, so like id and targets. Actually, this is actually a bit complicated. Reference. Yeah, because I guess I don't want to get the variable value directly. Maybe because just for the debug message, I actually want the reference name, right? Like the reference, this thing. So let's actually change it and let's do something like find arguments checked targets. Like reference. And then let's return something like retrieve variable, like get variable checked. Yeah, I guess get variable value checked with reference. And this should be, well, we have then variable. And then we check if variable is an array. Something like that, right? Yeah. And yeah, this is actually great. The only problem is that I mean, I would like to make it like a function independent from the rest, but I don't think I can. Oh yeah, this is not a string. Okay, variable is array, then we return. We push error. And we push that ID reference. Should be an array. I guess that's it. And in this case, what do we do? I guess we return the default, right? And now I should have targets equal find targets. Find, more like get targets. Yeah, looks good enough. Look, it looks good enough. It's a bit verbal, but yeah, that's actually a lot just to check. But I mean, that's if it's for the best, then it's for the best. And outputs should get well, fine. I guess this is a get. This is a get too. Wait, I'm actually having that. This is not good. So we have the... Wait. This is actually not good. Get variable value checked. Instance. Here we go. Should be better. And is a string name. I mean, yeah, okay. I mean, I guess this is just this thing. And yeah, I mean, I guess. Get string arguments checked. I could actually put that in the parent anyways. So now I'm going to have arguments. Yeah. And now I'm going to have if argument is string, then I return. Else so that was %s dot %s id key, like argument. Wait, yeah, this key should be a string. Here we go. And this is supposed to return a string. So we can return the defaults. And now get string argument checked. So we have a string, and now we can get variable value checked. And this is a, well, I mean, yeah, okay. I guess this is like a string name or something, usually. String or string name, is it actually, or actually both working, or are they not? I'm actually not sure. But anyways, in any case, this is it. Get targets. We have this, and this should be good. That should be good. We can test if we want. Let's try. So now everything like should work fine. This doesn't. Because should be a string. Yeah, it's a string name. That's the problem. Got it. So key string. What if I do that, maybe? I feel like there's still going to be a lot of problems, but... Oh, this is actually fine. No, this is good. Okay, this is actually working. surprisingly. I don't even understand how, but this is working, which is good. Argument. I guess if it's only for arguments, then it's fine. Maybe not actually. Get parameter checked. Anyways, I guess that was if argument is string name. That was problematic. So here we go. And what now if I modify things a little bit? I can give mana. And I have, for example, instead of character targets, I have targets. Wait, this is... Which one was it? Try add status. So this one. Yeah, let's say I have like character. It's not working and it's displaying triad status requires the argument X character. Wait, this is wrong. X character should be an array. Requires the parameter. It's not an argument. In this case. I guess it can depend, right? I guess you have get argument and you have get variable, well, parameter. Okay. Gets parameter checked. Oh. Welcome, welcome. Get parameter checked. Let's have get argument. Let's have something like get global parameter checked. Uh, maybe. What if I do ID? Like just if instead of ID here, I just do something like this. This doesn't well, does not, well, parameter n not found in n. Yeah, I think this could be great, actually. Let's try again. Boom. Next character not found in give mana. Huh. Oh yeah, so actually now it's working well. Now it's working well. Now it's working really well, which is great. Which is great. Which is just great. Yeah, this is just great. So yeah, character is not found. What if I do something like this? Boom. Oh shit. Oh yeah, it's target, right? Wait. Which put target? Oh yeah, okay, this one was actually, yeah, used in the second here, so that's why. What if I do something like this? I mean, I guess I haven't actually set it, right? I've actually just set the targets right now. So I mean, this is still fine. I'm wondering about like quitting or something like that, but yeah. Quitting the function instead of just adding an error message, basically. Like putting a breakpoint. Like, can I asset? Just asset, I suppose. Because this should be removed in the build. Error is generated when running from the editor. It has to be paused until you resume it. Yeah, it can be used as a stronger form of push error. Yep, this is great. But now I want to, for performance reasons, the code inside asset is only executed in debug builds or when running the project from editor. Don't include code that has side effects in asset. Yeah. I mean, let's do that, I suppose. So I guess we still check, right? And let's maybe put this directly, instead of in the push error, then directly here. Or maybe actually. And yeah, we can just do that. We already have the if anyways. Okay. So I guess this is a get array, actually. Well, more like get referenced array, I suppose. This is complicated. But yeah. Well, I'm trying to do that so that I can try to clean it later, but like visualize a bit how I can clean it. Here we go, asset. And if we continue, then it should be a set, and this is it. It should still work correctly, and the card should be removed, and the game can continue even if the card itself doesn't work. And it doesn't, there's no try card, so that's great. Probably. Yeah, it is. It is. We have an array. Yeah. And this is it. So yeah, I'm probably going to stop here because I do need some sleep. So thank you for watching. I'll be raiding someone that is on the Advent of God, probably. Advent of God. Here we go. So we have... Oh, wait. Is it the same as yesterday? No, it's not, right? Oh, no, it's an ad. No. Can you get copyright infringements with ads? Watching an ad? That would be so crazy.
Matches any? No, it's not any character. It needs to match.
They're trying.
44 and then 44. So that's now not.
Yeah. Who are you?
And then we also want to say that start is string trim, right? And end is end string trim, right? That's how we do it. So now we have parsed the input of the.
He looks like.
Wait, it doesn't work. It doesn't work because the slash
How
n
is
is the thing that needs to be trimmed. So is white space is this, or
I forgot the name. PewDiePie.
It is a slash n, right?
He looks like PewDiePie a little.
Or it is a backslash t. Do I have backslash t's? I don't know. Let's see.
Let's just raid. And here we go. Hey.
Wait, unexpected or? Oh, wait, I cannot have like...
Christian.
Oh,
hey.
It's not
Sorry.
associated.
Every time I'm just missing you, Christian.
Yeah, okay. I need to like fix that, I guess.
Thanks, everyone.
That is really easy to fix, though. Here's my syntax. For and or. So this...